Friends, check this out. This is an old friend of mine. I have had one of these before and absolutely loved it. I let it go. Well, why not, right? I go through like hundreds of turntables a year, and some of the times you have one that you like really remember, and this is one of those. Now, the design on this thing is really interesting in that it's recessed. If you see, right, it looks like a bathtub almost, right? And I'm pretty sure this could collect water, maybe. I don't know. It's really well made. And what's surprising is that it's a rename. Like, this is not Optonica. It's actually, let's turn it around. Actually, this is one of the issues with it that we're going to discuss here. Optonica. Now, if you turn one of these around, you can see that it is in here. It is made by Sharp. Sold by Sharp Electronics Corporation. Very interesting, right? Because Sharp had some good turntables, but nothing really this good. This thing is just to die for awesome. And if you look at like the head shell even is really fairly specific. I have yet to see another turntable that used this head shell. Just cool looking. All right, so the issue that we have with this one is this. Okay, we hit the play button. Nothing happens! What the heck? Do you hear that resonate? I'm resonating through the stereo over here. the needle, the stylus is really sensitive on this thing. Okay, so what the heck, right? We got the cut, we got the repeat, we got the cue. So our electronics are working because we're getting a response out of this. One really cool thing about this that I was holding my breath because I've had one of these, but it's been a long time. And the last one I had, it just worked. I picked it up at an estate sale. I plugged it in, it fired right up, it went and did its thing. I was kind of hoping that when I bought this on eBay as non-functional that it would just like happen to start working when I got it, you know, because that's what all of us hope for, right? When we get something that's not working, but unfortunately it's not. But it is, kind of. All right, so when I play this dude, it is keeping perfect time. So we don't need really any work with the drive, the platter. Oh my gosh, the platter on this thing is just ridiculously heavy. It has got to be, gosh, I don't know how heavy, but I'm gonna guess probably 2.5 pounds. Let's see here, take it off, let's go weigh it. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. All right, and then this platter mat here, this thing is super heavy too. So let's see here. It is 3 pounds 1 ounce, and with the platter mat, it is 3 pounds 9 ounces. So this is a heavy platter. Love it. Absolutely love it. This one I'm not gonna sell. I'm going to restore it, and it's going right into my collection. So what's the big thing about these? Why are they so cool in my opinion? Glass. It's a glass cover. You will not get the nasty A scratches that you get with just about every other player. Wonderful. Love it. Okay, I'm going to go into it. We're going to start restoring it. Let's find out why that's not running. Okay, moment of truth. I'm gonna turn it on and hit play. Oh, nothing happens. All right, let's do it again. All right, something's happening in there. I can hear it. The motor's not kicking off. Okay, usually I don't put the bottom all the way back on, but this time I was feeling good. Jinxed myself. I jinxed myself. Now I gotta take it all back apart. Okay. All right, so we're back open. We're upside down. Here is the motor. And luckily enough, this doesn't have a belt, which the belts are just always go bad. And usually when I buy something that's non-working, it's a belt, right? In this case, it's, you know, the nasty stickiness of old lubricant, which, you know, I'm sure they used the best that they could get their hands on at the time. Maybe they didn't, I don't know. But I'm finding more of it here. That needs cleaned off. This is just nastiness. Man, I would, you know, if I was selling this, I would just take this silly thing apart and clean these gears up. See, this is, I get lazy when it's my own because I'm like, well, I can open it back up if it fails and work on it again. I should just go ahead and put all the work into it. Put some new lubricant in here again. Okay. Yeah, buddy. Here you go. All right. Let's roll one more time. Oh, there it goes again. See how it didn't go? We might have a bad motor. It might be that this thing does have to come apart. Okay. Okay, let's let it set again. Let me move it a little bit. That's so weird. All right, let's take it apart. All right, made it a little bit further. Got the motor off. There's no play in the motor, so it has a little up and down play, which they usually do, but there's no side to side play. So I'm thinking it's all good and it spins freely. I just honestly wonder if, like, I just need to go ahead and do the deep clean because just that old grease is just so sticky that it's just continuing to cause it issues starting. It's not a real torquey motor. Like when I kick it on and get it going, like it's pretty easy to stop it. I don't have to put much effort into it. So let's go ahead and clean it up. Maybe it's the sticky that's causing the issue. Okay, I'm gonna recap what I did here real quick, but before I get too far into it, if you're gonna work on one of these, absolutely make sure not to get any lubricant on the bottom side of this panel right here or the touch point. This is what Dual does. They use a Stupin pimple, I think it's a pimple something. It's a super pimple or whatever. It's a pimple of some kind that they use. Anyways, so what it is a little rubber piece. Unfortunately, and fortunately enough on this one, it is still good. Those things go bad on Duals all the time. But it's basically, you've got a friction plate here, which is this thing. And then you've got that little rubber piece that comes up and touches it, and it grabs it and it moves it, and then it moves it back. And as we play this through, you'll be able to see how it actually is grabbing it. Now I have the tone arm fixed down, so it's not actually going to move the tone arm. So this is the tone arm right here. But when it runs, you see how it's picking it up and it's trying to move it. It's actually just slipping right now. But in normal circumstances, when the tone arm is loose and not fixed down, it'll actually grab it and move the tone arm. Okay, so I have got this to a point now to where the motor's kicking every time. I did take and use a concentrate of 50% alcohol, 50% water to clean off the gearing, put new lubricant on there. Maybe maybe we fix it. I did turn the motor upside down as well, which shouldn't impact how it works. But you never know, right? It could just have been worn on one side really bad, although there wasn't any play in it. So hopefully this does it. Let's give it a try. All right, let's go through this setup here. That on, this on, all 3+ pounds of it. And then we've got this doohickey here. And we've got this doohickey here. And let's hold our breath. Let's hold our breath. Unlock it. Power is on. Let's hit play. Oh, come on, buddy. Ah, there it goes. Yeah, that motor is noisy. Phew. Okay. Maybe as I play with it, let's cut. Alright, cuts. It's moving it. It's moving it now, so that's a huge plus, right? Alright. That motor is just noisy. Alright. I did read up while I was between videos, and the motors in these are notorious for having, or the brand of motor that's in here is notorious for having failure issues. So what are they called? Let me see here. Fujiya. That's what they're called right there. And they are, all the forums are actually just talking about, hey, I have a failed motor. What do I replace it with? So I have lots of other turntable motors that I may eventually put in here, but if this thing is going to go ahead and work, and I'm not selling it, so I'll just go ahead and, you know, I'm just going to love on it. I'm just going to love it the way it is. Just like my kids. Just love them the way they are. All right, let's play something here. Go, 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 gadget, go. Can you go? Are you going to go? There you go. Maybe it's just slow. That motor just sounds like it's ticking and burning and everything else. Let's see what cut. Let's see what Q does. Q? Oh, good. Q works. All right, the pitch is like perfect on speed, 33. God, this is just such a cool player. The other one actually was not, I don't remember it being noisy like that, the motor being noisy. So I will put money on this was a well-loved unit, got a lot of use, and that motor, that, or maybe it didn't get any use at all, right? And that motor just sat stationary, and now it has like a, what do you, like a, I don't want to say rust spot, but it, you know, there's corrosion in it, and it's causing it to, rumble, because that's what it sounds like. It sounds like it's rumbling. Okay, all right, I hope you enjoyed this video. This thing is just really, really super cool. I'm glad to have one again. I'm glad I'm going to keep this one, because these are, they're getting more and more difficult to find out on eBay. I think I picked this one up for next to nothing in comparison to the ones that are working, and the guy who shipped it to me was just wonderful. Like, he actually took the glass plate off, he packed it separately, and then squished it between foam so that as it was getting shipped it wouldn't get jarred up. And then he did a really good job of packing all of this in. He took the tone arm, or he didn't, not the tone arm, but he took the stylus, or I'm sorry, the cartridge and the head shell off, packed them separately in a different box, well situated, took the weight off. It was just perfectly shipped. The guy was just awesome. I really, really can't say enough about how well he packed this. Packs them as good as I do. So it made it perfectly. Love this thing. This is so cool. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Give me some love. Give me some comments. If you've had one of these, you know, does your motor make loud noises as well. It is kind of clunky. It sounds kind of like a diesel motor almost, you know, kind of got the chug thing going on. Or if you have, like, I know that there are a couple of other units that use similar drive mechanisms, but they're belt. And so I would imagine that because of that belt and because of the mounting of the motor on those units, as I'm recalling, because there's some Kenwoods that do that for their auto functions, but they're all mounted with little grommets and such so that the motor doesn't actually, you know, the motor's not hard bolted to the frame like this one. But overall, this thing is just like wonderful quality. It is a beastly heavy thing too. I don't doubt it that this thing comes in at like, I don't know, 25, maybe 25 plus pounds. It's awesome. I love this thing. Glad to have one again. Hope you go out and look for one. If you liked it, give the video a like and subscribe. Again, thanks for watching.